Hello, this is Gary Hunter, Professor of Marketing, and this video is intended to introduce the concepts of inbound and digital marketing. Digital marketing being the bigger umbrella term, referring primarily to the type of media, but inbound marketing being kind of the more strategic term, referring more to the strategy or the method that you're using to try to target different customers. So the first thing I want to talk about is that, inbound has been a relatively new shift over the past 2 decades or so, and there's much more kind of known and understood about it than there once was. But we'll go back and reflect from some of its beginnings in around the 2007 or so and move forward with hopes that you can kind of see how the framework really helps you to integrate inbound marketing.
Started. Marketing has always been about connecting with your audience in the right place at the right time. Today, that means you need to meet them where they're already spending their time, on the internet. Enter digital marketing. Digital marketing is any form of marketing that exists online. This encompasses all marketing efforts that use an electronic device or the internet. Businesses leverage digital channels such as search engines, social media, email, and websites to connect with current and prospective customers. The best digital marketers have a clear picture of how each digital marketing campaign supports their overarching business goals. If you're using social media networks, online content creation, or email to support your marketing efforts, then you're already leveraging digital marketing. A few other common digital marketing tactics include marketing automation and search engine optimization, often abbreviated as SEO. Digital marketers are in charge of driving brand awareness and lead generation through all of these digital channels. The digital marketer usually focuses on a different key performance indicator, or KPI, for each channel, so they can properly measure the company's performance across each one. A digital marketer who's in charge of SEO, for example, measures their website's organic traffic. That's traffic coming from visitors who discovered your website from a Google search. Digital marketing is carried out across many different roles today. In small companies, one marketing generalist might own many of the tactics described above. In larger companies, these tactics have multiple specialists who each focus on just one or two of the brand's digital channels. Digital marketing can work for any business in any industry. Regardless of how big your company is or what you sell, investing in a digital marketing strategy can help you grow better.
So HubSpot has been a leader for a long time in digital marketing. Here's a flashback to 2007.
Hi, I'm Brian Halligan, co-founder of HubSpot. I thought I'd tell you a little bit today about why we started the company and a little bit about what we're up to. Before we started it, we spent a lot of time talking to professional marketers about how they marketed their products, engaged with their marketplace, and really did lead generation for their businesses. And we kind of heard the same story over and over from them. They use what we call outbound marketing techniques. Trade shows, seminars, buying lists of names and kind of blasting emails out to them, buying lists of names and cold calling into them, doing telemarketing, doing some advertising. We call it outbound marketing. Most marketers sort of are spreading their message kind of far and wide across the planet, kind of hoping a needle in the haystack would come back to them and show interest. What we found at HubSpot and in our experiences prior to HubSpot is that these outbound sort of interruption-based marketing techniques seem to be becoming kind of less and less effective over time. And I think there's kind of 2 reasons why they're becoming less and less effective. The first reason is your average human like me is kind of inundated with interruption-based messages all day long. People are advertising to you, people are cold calling you, emailing into you, and people are just sick of it, and they're getting better and better and better at blocking out these interruptions, whether it's caller ID on your phone, or spam protection filters on your PC, or legislation around spam protection, or whether it's just, I don't want to be bothered listening to my favorite radio station, all the ads, so I buy Sirius Satellite Radio or TiVo, things like that. Just society's getting better at blocking out interruptions, and that trend we think is going to continue. The other reason we don't think interruption-based sort of outbound marketing is working well these days is just sort of the changing nature in which people shop and in which people learn. Generally it's a heck of a lot easier in today's society to go to Google or go to the blogosphere or go to the social media sites and shop there or do your research there or do your learning there. And it's a lot easier to do it online today than it is to fly to Minneapolis for a trade show or to go over to the Marriott across the street and go to a seminar. So we think these outbound marketing methods are becoming less and less effective we're espousing sort of this more inbound marketing methodology. How do you take advantage of this changing nature of shopping and learning to get found by more potential customers and fill your funnel in a new way and really grow the top of your funnel with sales leads and engage your marketplace in new and interesting ways? And the way we help people do that is really, how do you leverage the search engine? So Google has become just the primary way by which people learn today and do their research. That's where they sort of start the process. So how do you set up your website so it's sort of a hub for your industry that the search engines really understand and you can get found on important terms that people are searching for that might be interested in buying your products? The blogosphere has become exceptionally important to any business today, that you want to get found and have people in the blogosphere talking about your products, and then you want to be engaging in the conversation yourself by writing your own blog. And more the social media sites, whether it's Dig, a social bookmarking site, or whether it's Facebook, those sites are becoming more and more important for people to be doing research and getting found. So we believe there's a major shift in the way people shop today, and we believe that most marketers haven't shifted the way they market to people, and there needs to be a shift from more of this outbound to inbound marketing. So at HubSpot, we're building this modern inbound marketing system. It's software and services to enable people to sort of transform the way they engage with the marketplace and fill their sales funnel with leads by taking advantage of the search engines, the blogosphere, the social media sites. And what we fundamentally do is try to help you stretch the top of your sales funnel, double and triple and quadruple the number of visitors to your website. And then what we try to help you do is increase the percentage of people who show interest and visit your website who end up self-selecting, becoming leads. So try to increase that percentage. That's fundamentally what we're up to here at HubSpot. It's kind of an inbound marketing system built for small and medium-sized businesses that helps you really transform the way you market your products. Company's doing great. I'd encourage you to sign up for a demo and have a look. We'd love to do business with you.
And here's a forward-looking or current video from HubSpot in 2019 that gives you their perspective on inbound marketing now.
Hi there, I'm Lindsay with HubSpot Academy. Let me introduce you to the world of inbound and provide you with a big picture view of everything your business needs for a successful inbound strategy. First, what is inbound? Inbound is a fundamental shift in the way you do business and is a philosophy based on helping people. The inbound approach to doing business is more human and customer-centered. In today's world, buyers have all the power. There's been a massive shift in the relationship between businesses and buyers. Now, a buyer has more information about your product, industry, and competition. Inbound is a better way to market, a better way to sell, and a better way to help your customers. If your customers are able to grow, then your business will too. Growth is the result of a well-executed inbound strategy. So instead of interruption-based messaging where businesses had all the control, inbound is about empowering your buyers. You need to align with the way buyers think, research, and purchase. It's about being helpful and being a business that's helpful during each experience they have with you and your business. Rise to the challenge to meet consumers where they are. Here's Brian Halligan, CEO and co-founder of HubSpot, on what inbound means to him.
Inbound means to me, it's kind of a state of mind. You know, the old way you went to market was outbound. It's very interruption oriented. It sort of extracted value out of your prospect. And it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun for the prospect, and it wasn't fun for the person who is going to market with the message. And inbound's a new way to go to market. It's a new way to go to market that is a much more lovable way to go to market for the marketer and the marketee. And inbound really strives to help people go to market in a way that matches the way humans want to be sold and marketed to. So inbound, it's almost like a state of mind to me.
To practice inbound, you need to be inbound. Being an inbound business means you're building relationships and having conversations with, not at your audiences, by giving them value. Being a part of that conversation means sharing helpful, relevant content and at the right time. It's about drawing people in. That's why it's called inbound after all. If you want to get value out of your prospects and customers, you need to give them an experience that they will value. This includes a good marketing, sales, and customer experience. Here's Brian Halligan again.
The other big change that's going on is I felt like, at least when I was growing up in my career, the best product always won. And what you sold was really important. I think more and more it's about how you sell it. And when they say how you sell it, it's about creating that end-to-end delightful experience and business model that really matches the human behavior. And you don't have to look far for that type of thing. Look at the music industry. It's been totally turned upside down by Spotify. Spotify is just, it's a better model of buying it, and it learns from you and it changes over time. The service is better. Amazon, they've disrupted virtually everything. It's just a better way of buying. Yes, it's cheaper, but it's more convenient. The service is better. It's fantastic. Everything. Look at Uber. It's a car that drives you around. Taxis do the same thing. It's a better business model, a better go-to-market, a better service model. And so I think the companies that really do well today are the ones that leverage data to create a gorgeous end-to-end experience for that customer, from marketing, when they find you, through to sales, when they become a customer, through to service, and then back to marketing.
Consumers' buying behaviors are going to continue to change and evolve. Your inbound tactics and tools will also change and evolve, but the inbound philosophy will still remain true. It's a philosophy about pulling people in by being helpful, by actually caring about what the problems are of your potential buyers and how you can help solve them. That's why inbound should extend to every aspect of your business. Here's Dharmesh Shah, HubSpot's CTO and co-founder, on this fundamental shift.
So inbound is really about a more empathetic, human-friendly approach to business, whether it's marketing or sales or customer service. So the idea is to put yourself in the customer's shoes and say, how would I want to be marketed to? How would I want to be sold to? How would I want to get service from a company? So marketing, sales, and service have all been changing and are continuing to change. And they're all changing in similar ways, but at different rates. So marketing has changed earlier and faster than we saw over the last 10 years. So what changed in marketing essentially was, as people, we got tools that allowed us to block out marketing messages, to block out outbound. And so as a result of those tools, we didn't have to get inundated with marketing messages anymore. For sales, we got access to information. So no longer do we have to rely on a sales rep to tell us things about pricing or customer reviews. We could just find that information on the internet. So that's the fundamental kind of shift that started to happen. In the world of customer service, what's changed is now we have choices. So back 10, 20 years ago, you could only choose between 3 particular providers. And so you had to deal with whatever service they gave you. And now customers have a choice. So that's kind of radically changing how we approach customer service.
You've probably come across some of your favorite brands actively practicing inbound. It's that problem-solving blog post that shows on your Facebook feed. It's the product review that you found after doing a quick search in Google. The sales representative that you worked with that helped you solve your problem at the appropriate time. Or that question you had about your subscription that got easily answered by a customer service representative on the company's website. These are experiences that felt personalized, experiences that felt relevant, experiences that felt helpful. Inbound is a philosophy that if you truly and fully embrace it, it will transform your business. If you haven't already caught on, there are some common themes when it comes to inbound. The core tenets of inbound are about being more human, helpful, and holistic in how you market, how you sell to people, and how you help your customers be more successful. It's about being as helpful as you can be as you're trying to take a prospect and turn them into a customer, and how you're trying to help your customers see more value from your product or service. You want to treat people that are having any type of experience they're having with your business as a human, not just a number. Every individual is unique, and they want to be treated that way. And having all of your vectors aligned around an inbound approach provides a holistic experience for anyone that interacts with your business, no matter where they are in their buying journey. It's time for you to support your prospects' buying process. It's time for you to join in and empower buyers and customers to make the right decisions for themselves.
one way to think about inbound marketing is to contrast it with outbound marketing.
In layman's terms, the difference between an inbound and an outbound digital marketing strategy is that in an inbound strategy, people are coming to you versus an outbound strategy, you're going to people. How do you do that? Well, inbound, you can use content marketing, you can write blogs, create articles, create videos, ebook, essentially create content that people are going to search for. So when somebody has a need or is looking for your product or your service, they're going to go on Google and they're going to type in the product or service that they're looking for. You're going to rank, they're going to see your listing, they're going to see your website, they're going to click on it, they're going to go to your website, end up buying and converting, hopefully turning into a customer. Again, the difference between an outbound strategy is that the consumer is not doing that. They might be on a website, they might be on social media, but they're probably doing some other activity. They could be doing some research for work or for school. They could be in the middle of watching a funny video or trying to hack our next election. You're interrupting them essentially with your ads. You're getting in front of them while they're doing something else. They weren't looking for what you had to offer or your service, and you're essentially getting in front of them and trying to promote your product or your service. Now, how do we do this? We could do this on social media very effectively. We have ads on almost every single platform: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Reddit, you name it. We have the ability also to create banner ads, display advertising. So when you go to websites, you see on the top of the website, there's always some type of promotion if it's a large website or a news source or a website that's just getting a lot of traffic. It could be a blog, for example. We also have email. There's a lot of advertisers that buy lists and then send them marketing communications through emails. So again, to clarify, these are advertisers that are buying lists from third parties, not people that are signing up for your service on your website, which obviously already have an intent for your product or service. This would be in the situation where you're buying a list from somebody else. So again, the main difference is in inbound, people are coming to you. Outbound, you are going to people. Now, what's important to notice about these things is that when people are coming to you to buy something, there is a high intent. There's a high likelihood that they're gonna buy because they're looking for what you have to offer. However, you tend to have a lower volume here because if you think about it in this way, there's 80 million people in the United States that are on social media approximately. Not all 80 million might be looking for your product or service. So that's where an outbound marketing strategy works very well hand in hand with an inbound marketing strategy, because although there will be a lower intent, you do get higher volume. In situations where you're maybe launching a new product in a market where maybe that product or service doesn't exist, there might not be a lot of people searching for the product or service. The ones who are searching for it are definitely gonna have a high intention to purchase, but if it's a product that is new to the market, there might not be a lot of searches happening for it. So this is definitely where you wanna take advantage of an outbound strategy, also known as a push strategy, because you're pushing your ads and your content essentially to people, versus inbound, where you're pulling people in because you're creating this content and at some point they're gonna go on the internet and search for it. Again, you wanna find a good blend of using both of these strategies. And one particular that you guys should know, well, not a strategy, but a channel that actually bridges both strategies very, very well is search advertising. Search advertising is phenomenal. And when I say search advertising, I'm talking about mainly Google and YouTube. Yes, there is Yahoo and Bing as well, and some other search platforms like Yelp, but the volume is mainly consumed between Google and YouTube, Google being numero uno, YouTube being number two. I call this a hybrid because usually when people are going on Google to search for things, there's a very high intent. They don't always know what they're looking for, but they have a good idea, and after few searches, people can narrow down exactly what they are looking for. With search ads, you can get in front of people that have a high intent. So therefore, you have the ability to scale beyond your own means. So for example, if your page, if your website or blog, whatever it may be, doesn't rank on the first page of Google, how do you take advantage of that? Ads. Ads propel you to the top. If people are going on YouTube right now and they're searching things like how to create a digital marketing strategy or how to do inbound versus outbound marketing, my video might not come up number one. How do I affect that? I can buy ads on YouTube propel me to the top of that search result and get right in front of your faces. So this is a great channel where you can blend both a high intent and high volume and take advantage of a hybrid approach to both things. All in all, what you guys really want to take away from here is that inbound is customers coming to you, outbound is you going to them. In a perfect world, you want to find a synergy between these two different types of strategies, as they will both help you to grow your digital influence and your business.
Since the early days, Eric Qualman, the author of Socionomics, has been providing some great insights and videos that show some of the great advancing trends in social media. You could go to this website and see the most recent ones. They come out every July, around the 1st of July. Additionally, some people like Amy Jo Martin, who I was fortunate to have in class years ago when I taught at ASU, and other experts provide excellent insights into how to make videos go viral, and leads to like an understanding of this basic idea of inbound marketing promotions.
Hello, I'm Kelly Hattler, and I was assigned to discuss Fab 48. This fab is about inbound marketing promotions, or more specifically, the 4 action stages and related tools to convert strangers to promoters. Ideally, when promoting a brand, it is useful to allow the consumers you attract to promote your brand or product on their own to provide a more natural method of promotion. Step 1 is to attract strangers to your brand using various traditional methods of advertisement. More recently, these methods have tended to become more digital, using websites, online advertisements, search engine optimization, and so on. Once a stranger is brought in by these traditional methods, they become visitors that have some vague interest in the brand or product. The goal now is to give them a more tangible interest in the product at hand and convert them into a customer. This can be done by giving them a task that would lead them to learn more or find out how they could participate. Should the visitor follow the lead and commit, they become a customer that has closed a deal with the brand or product. Naturally, this is usually the end goal for a business, to sell their brand, but more can be done with the customer. If the product is particularly delightful to the customer can go on to become a promoter, who goes on to spread the word about your brand or product. This is ideal, as this means that the promoter that was once a stranger can bring in other strangers. This starts the cycle over again at the beginning. As you can see, this cycle forms a nice flow that could exponentially increase brand awareness to a large audience. Society as a whole has recently started to explode in the area of social media, so most of the promotion that customers provide will be present on the various social media platforms that exist. Because word of mouth travels exceedingly fast on social media, when a particular item explodes in popularity at an alarming rate, it is known to go viral. This is not necessary for a brand to become popular. However, it would be ideal if it portrays your brand in a positive light. An example of a brand that followed this model would be any number of these social media sites. While social media is useful for spreading customer promotions, the social media sites themselves at one point also had to spread their brand on their own. Take the site Twitter, for example. The site is known for its ability to spread information from a person to their followers, but with no users, the point would be void. Therefore, the brand had to use traditional methods of advertising to start. From there, it largely grew through word of mouth that spread via satisfied customers to their network of friends and acquaintances. This in turn allowed that network to spread the brand to their own network, and so on. This starts the cycle that Fab 48 aims to portray. Nowadays, this cycle of promotion is essential for any startup business or new product to become largely successful. The idea of taking a stranger and converting them to an advocate for your brand is one that provides a long-term success model should it be executed correctly. If followed correctly, not only would it increase brand awareness, but also brand equity. This has been a brief explanation of Fab 48. Thank you for your time.
So there are several best practices in social media, but one of the big things is that you have to define your core audience, which is pretty much the same thing you're doing in outbound marketing. However, here in inbound marketing, you're defining yourself by a lot of the content that you have on the site. And that content should be kind of what draws people and how you're found. You should really focus a lot on engagement and how do you kind of engage your customers so you can move them through the ideas portrayed in Fab 48 from basically being strangers to being promoters of your brand. Keep social media relational, right, and kind of focus on how do you humanize the social media itself. Here are several sites and kind of the histories of those sites. It's kind of a brief overview of some of the information on some of the what would be like the big four sites of social media, all of which you've probably been active on or are active on presently before you get to Fab 49. LinkedIn is a favorite site for professionals. YouTube is outstanding in terms of video content and a great place to kind of store lots of videos. Facebook, of course, is more for personal relationships, but it's used by businesses, and Twitter, as you know, can be a really quick, short update on things. Blogs is a great way to communicate when you've got like a lot of content related to your business. So here's a quick introduction to Fab 49, which looks at customer engagement and how you drive customer engagement to improve firm performance.
Hello, my name is James Holmes, and I'm here today to talk about my Fab 50 slide, which was Fab slide number 49, and it has to do a little bit with digital marketing and digital media presence and how firms today kind of use that to expand their brand beyond just the normal shopping experience. So this is the slide. It's just a very simple 3-step kind of slide, and customer engagement, and then firm performance here at the end. So first part goes to customer engagement and marketing. And what firms really kind of want to do with this kind of digital media age is they want to engage customers beyond just coming in the store. So a customer comes in, he buys a shirt, and normally he would just leave and he bought the shirt and yay, we hope he comes back. But now with this age in digital media, which is basically free advertising because social media is free for everyone, they want to continue to engage customers as they come, and when they leave, they hope that they can go and spread the word via different social media channels, whether it's Twitter that I have right here, or it's Instagram, or it's Facebook, or it's Vine, or any of the other number of social media sites that they have now, so that they can gain more notoriety and hopefully attract more customers. So firms want to engage, best example, we have hashtags. So, like the hashtag my Starbucks drink, or, hashtag, I don't know, any hashtag you want to think about that's engaged in marketing, so that you can start a social media kind of steamroller and get people thinking about it. And the more hashtags you get, obviously, the better it gets and the higher up it goes on the Twitter line. So the second part with customer engagement is it's free for companies, because once someone has purchased a product and they start talking about it to somebody else, whether it's on social media or even if it's just face-to-face, that's free marketing. It's like a free commercial for somebody. So if you go to Starbucks and you buy a drink, and then you get done with your drink and you take a picture of it and you post it to either Instagram or Twitter or someplace, and you post the hashtag Starbucks. Obviously people are going to see it, and it's going to get other people maybe thinking about Starbucks, and they want to go to Starbucks and have that kind of drink. Like right now I work at Starbucks and we're in the middle of pumpkin spice season, and that's a huge campaign for us, hashtag pumpkin spice latte, hashtag my Starbucks drink kind of thing. And it's just free advertising, and the more that people get involved in it outside of just watching a commercial or coming into the store, the better the exposure for the company that's using social media networks. So a best example I can give you on how customer engagement helps is a couple years ago, Starbucks had a design your own cup campaign, they called it. And they would just basically, they distributed these white cups with just the Starbucks logo on it. There's a picture right here for you. And all they did is they told people, design your own cup, and post the photos on a social media website using the hashtag design your own cup. And the winners got to, there were several nominees, and the winners got perks from Starbucks. And the winning cup was a cup that was actually produced. I actually own it. It's at home. It's called Starry Night. And it's forever immortalized in Starbucks as a free thing. And that was a very successful social media campaign that helped Starbucks notoriety. It helped them create different cup designs, which helps people think about Starbucks more. Hey, you have a cool looking cup. Where did you get that? Oh, I got it at Starbucks, kind of thing. And that's basically just free advertising. So all this free advertising obviously will lead to better firm performance, better sales, better notoriety, better PR if you're a company that wants to, improve your image kind of thing, in which PR helps improve goodwill, which is a free thing on the accounting scale, and it helps people have a better image of you. And so here's another little brief, here's the slide again. So we start at customer engagement marketing. We start with a company starting a hashtag slogan, starting a video, starting a competition, a little friendly competition with their consumers, which then goes on to customer engagement, which is anything that customers do that doesn't involve purchasing a product. And that helps build notoriety with other people that might not have thought about the product before, and that the firm eventually hopes that this will lead to better firm performance, which increases revenue and other benefits such as cost saving. So again, I hope this was a little helpful in explaining this slide. Thank you for listening. And my name is James Holmes again, and I'm a marketing student. Thank you.
So the final slide is this framework on inbound and digital marketing is a framework on customer experience, which is really critical to inbound marketing, as well as because it basically inbound marketing introduces multiple touch points, and how a firm manages all those different touch points is critical to the firm's success in ensuring a great experience.
Customer service experience and the journey. Fab 50. Business is more than just about the finished product, it's about the whole experience provided to a customer. The experience of the customer will determine their future relationship with the business. If you live in the southeast region of the US, there is truly one customer service experience that will never let you down: Publix. George Jenkins founded Publix in 1930 with the idea that the customer's experience was of the utmost importance. He said, I learned something about customer service in the store. You had to provide the customer with what she really wanted, and you had to treat her with respect. The customer experience is not just about the individual touch points or interactions with a business. It is the whole journey. From the moment you walk into Publix, you are experiencing superior customer service. Every employee, those in customer service, the deli, the bakery, restocking the shelves, and at the cash registers are friendly, warm, and ever so helpful. It is safe to say that Publix has perfected the customer shopping experience. If you're getting lunch meat at the deli and you need to know where you can get some pepperoni peppers, there's no need to look any further than the person behind the deli counter, because all employees of Publix have a complete store knowledge that helps them help the customer. If you're in a crunch for time and don't want to wait in line for a delicious pub sub, order online. Their website is informative and user-friendly in order to provide the best customer service even when you're not at Publix. If you are unsatisfied in any way with any product purchased from Publix, don't worry about having to jump through hoops and bounds to return it. Publix's customer service desks is open as long as the store is, and the managers are never far away to help in any way they can. At Publix, all employees act as agents who provide the services, and their customer service desk and website serve as their support system that is available to all customers all the time. Generally, the customer experience consists of 3 stages or touch points: the pre-purchase stage, a purchase stage, and the post-purchase stage. In the pre-purchase stage, a customer needs recognition to consider their purchases and to search for the best product or deal. In Publix, the pre-purchase touchpoints are very important. The agents or employees in the store help to guide the customers to their desired purchases. They provide help and feedback and often take you directly to the item you are searching for and help you decide which brand is most appropriate for your own needs. A helpful employee may be able to encourage the customer to make a purchase they wouldn't otherwise make, or to purchase a larger quantity of the product. In the purchase stage, a customer has a choice in both ordering and payment. The customer's experience reflects the purchases they make. Publix's purchasing touchpoint is consistently pleasant. When each customer is greeted by both the cashier and the bagger, the customer is always interacting with an employee. In the post-purchase stage, a customer consumes, uses, or may have a service request. The beginning of a Publix customer's post-purchase touchpoint is when the bagger walks you and your groceries out to your car and helps you unload them from the cart. This is the most noticeable post-purchase touchpoint for Publix. This simple act is a reason many people are loyal to Publix. Publix stands behind its products, meaning that if there is any dissatisfaction, they encourage you to bring it back for a replacement or a refund. The customer's journey is comprised of each tiny interaction or touchpoint a customer has with a business. With each touchpoint, the business can influence the customer on their journey. Publix is an excellent example of customer journey because they are devoted to the customer and the customer experience. They're not where shopping is a pleasure for no reason. Publix has been successful in creating a customer journey that encourages its employees to interact with the customers, which is the reason they have been so successful as business. A positive customer journey can lead to more customer journeys with the business, as well as encourage new customers to have their own customer journey.
All the best with your efforts to master marketing and sales. I'm Gary Hunter, and I hope you have a great day.